Hi everyone. Today, as we all know, that civil services mains examinations have been started, and today first paper was essay. So I just want to ask sir how he did feel about the exam paper. Sir, what was your opinion on essay paper today?
So my basic understanding is compared with 2021, this paper is easy. Mainly the verbatim which is used in the essay question papers are understandable. At least last time there are some questions like you, me, perfection, etc., which were been confusing the aspirants in the examination hall. But this time the question paper is good, and again I will appreciate the UPSC, the same type of words like romantic expressions, romanticism, this words were been used, and with that also there are some static questions were been asked with respect to forest. I think because of the forest report which came recently, there is a question on environment and forest. So overall, my understanding is compared with the 2021, it is easy, but they continued the trend of philosophical basis. Philosophical questions were been again, they are in the forefront.
Sir, what do you like? Can you explain us this essay paper in detail? If you have written the exam, what would be your approach and what are your guidelines for the students who have been writing and who wants to write the exam further in the future, sir?
Yes, I will. I made the content also for that. I prepared from last 1 hour. So my understanding of the question paper. The first question is, forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. Here, we need to balance between the economic development and the forest. The people will think that mainly the Donald Trump, he came out of the Paris Climate Summit telling that if I oblige to the Paris Climate Summit, the development will be compromised. So in order to have my development, I am coming out of the Paris Climate Summit. So what? People are thinking that there is a issue between economic versus development. This is what? Environment versus development. So this question is regarding environment versus development. So whatever you studied with respect to environment versus development is asked here. For example, I will tell you, when we bother about economy and we will not bother about environment. For example, when we are not bothered about environment, there is a chance of disasters. Occurrence of disasters are more. The occurrence of disasters are more. When the occurrence of disasters are more, then the chance of economic slowdown will be more. Why? Because there is an economic cost on the population, there is economic cost on the urban development. So these disasters will impact the economic growth. So that means if we focus on environment, that means indirectly we are focusing on economic development. With such examples, you have to write this answer. Number two, poets are the unacknowledged legislatures of the world. Poets are the unacknowledged. For example, if you see the movies also, if you see the movies or if you see the poets, if you see the prose writers, if you see the people who write fiction movies or fiction books, these all people, they write from the society. They write from what is happening across the world. So, but they will not get enough recognition. And the legislations, the laws which are coming out will be from these books. So from this we can tell that the poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. True. This is one question which makes the people a tricky type of questions. I don't recommend to write this question. If I will write, I will not write that question. Third, history is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. Means, see, man who is scientific, the man who is rational, the man who is certain, the chance of getting success will be very high, as we know everyone. Rather than a man being romantic, rather than a man being spiritual, rather than a man who is living in utopian world, in an ideal world. So chance of getting success is very, very less. So world had proved that the people who are science oriented, fiction oriented, not fiction oriented, science oriented, rational oriented, their chance of success is very high. Last time also there is a question on science. This time is also there is a question on science. Every year in our essay program also we discussed about compulsory there will be question on science and there is a question on science as well. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what the ship is for. Yes, see what we learn, what the knowledge we acclaim or what the income we earn, it is not for making in the banks, keeping in the banks or putting invest somewhere else or keeping this money for any other purpose. So we have to use it. We have to use for the purpose, we have to use for the humanity, we have to use our knowledge for empowering other people. The same meaning. Ship question. Last year also there is a question on ship. This year also there is a question on ship. So ship, I think UPSC is very favorite for ships. So one question is on ship. That means the knowledge which we get, we have to use it. We have to apply it. If not, that knowledge is of no use. The ship in the harbor is of no use. The ship in the ocean is for useful. This is what we have to use. In the same note, I can tell that where the environment is there, as economic excellence is growing, oil spills are happening. In Chile, the coastal area was being destructed because on the name of development. In that way, we have to balance this. So this is about how we use, how we apply. Coming to the section B, the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. That means everyone need to upgrade the skills. The question is about upgrading the skill. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. When the sun is shining, the people will face the hot. When the people face the hot, compulsory they have to repair their roof. That means every day on daily basis, we need to upgrade, we need to update, we need to reskill, we need to skill development. So in the 21st century, what is required is skill development. The question is about skill development. Indirectly, they are focusing on skill development. The question is about skill development. So the first point will be how we are understanding the question is very important. Yes or no, if the sun is shining, then only I have to repair it. For example, a glass is there. So anyhow, I will be protected from the rain, but if glass is there, huge sun is coming, then it will come inside. Then what I will do? I will put some grass on the glass. So that means the repair happens when the sun is shining. So for me also, when I am shining, I need to upgrade myself, I need to update myself. When the society is dynamic, I need to be dynamic. When I need to be dynamic, I have to be skilled. So the question is about reskilling. So in SC, ST, OBC, everywhere, what are the government schemes? These all things you have to mention. You cannot step twice in the same river. Means the question is, already we did a mistake. When we do a mistake, again we not do the same mistake. The question is about the same. When we have a negative experience, we will not go for that experience. If our ex-employee is wrong, then obviously we will not choose him again. That means what? When we had a wrong thing, when we have a wrong experience, then obviously we are not going to do the same. So from experiences we are learning. From experiences we are learning is the question. It is step twice in the same river. A smile is a chosen vehicle for all the ambiguities. If you see the Mahatma Gandhi, he was in front of the freedom struggle. He was for the freedom struggle. The people who got success, they addressed the challenges, they addressed the problems with what? Smile. Smile is what? Smile is a symbol of victory. Smile is a symbol of confidence. Smile is a symbol of, yes, I can do. The question is about confidence. The question is about victory. The question is about, if you want to move on, we have to move with the smile, means we have to move with the confidence. The last question, just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them has to be right. If you have a choice, you have 3 choices. It doesn't mean that one of the choices is right. The 3 choices might be wrong sometimes. So having more choices might not be the correct all times. Sometimes the choices might be wrong also. It's the intellectual of the man to decide whether the choices are rational or not. So it's not about creating the choices, it's about creating the rational choices. It's about creating the practical choices. It's about creating the realistic choices. So these are the 8 questions which were asked in the general essay paper. From this essay paper, I can tell you that this is a doable question paper of essay compared to 2021. The verbatim which is used is same 2021 and 2022. And the understandable statements are little bit easy in 2022 when compared to 2021. So compared to 2021, it's a cakewalk. Thank you. All the best. Jai Hind and subscribe to our channel.